What's up, guys? Hey, this is Ken, and I'm back again with a review. And a review of what? Well, this thing. It's called the uKeg Go 64, and it's part of a line from GrowlerWerks in which there are 3 items. The Pro, which is their original, the Go, which is what I have here, and then the Nitro, which is nitro cold brewing coffee. Also, if you stick around, I have a bonus for you, and I will give you some tips on what I've learned trying to figure this thing out and getting it just right. And hopefully you'll find it useful. So the uKeg's main features are, it has a patented carbonation system, automatically maintains freshness and optimal carbonation for weeks. A streamlined regulator cap allows you to choose high or low carbonation settings to match the beverage you're trying to serve. Double wall stainless steel vacuum insulated, keeps the beverage cold all day. Durable powder coated finish with rubber footing to provide extra protection against dings, dents, and scratches. It has a 3-position dispenser tap, provides easy pouring and storing with locked, unlocked, and pour positions. It uses a low-cost food-grade CO2 cartridge, which is generally not included when you buy it. The uKeg Go comes in 3 colors. Chili, as I have here. There is a tungsten and a midnight. And there are 2 different sizes, 64 ounce, which I have here, and 128 ounces. They have, GrowlerWerks has a partnership with the MLS and the NHL where you can get your favorite team's logo on the side. And for now, so they only have 2 college teams, LSU and FSU. Hoping they get the Georgia Bulldogs later, maybe, right? Go Dogs! Anyway, additionally, there is a option to have 3 initials placed on the side. And well, funny thing is, for now, I can't figure out how to do that yet. Yeah, of course you're like, but Ken, look, you got it on your uKeg, you get initials. How can you not know how to order one without initials? And I say to you, in most cases, you're pretty right. But the problem is, I didn't order this one. This one was given to me on my birthday by some really good friends who kind of got me figured out. So the specifications are, as I said before, it's 64 ounces. The dimensions are 5.3 inches by 6.9 inches by 10.3 inches. The weight is 2.8 pounds. It requires, as I said before, a 8-gram food-grade CO2 cartridge per use. In the box, it has a uKeg Go, a manual, a protective shipping bag, and finally a coupon for CO2 cartridges. Let's talk about the price. For the one that I have here, it's $99. I'm not sure if this cost anything more. We'll find out. Who's it for? Well, the intent is for the travelers, so that's why this growler is called the Go. And I'm gonna say that it's probably for campers that want that special drink in the wilderness and not just to crack open a natty. They want something of a decent beer and they wanna bring it with them. And hikers that wanna take this and get themselves a reward at the end of their hike. And maybe someone who brews and wants to share with friends that they have at a get together. Also, maybe it's for someone who loves their local brewery offerings and wants it to last longer than the typical 48 hours that you'd find in a glass growler. And maybe even more for someone who loves that tap style and loves the flavor and loves the get-togethers. I mean, there's multitudes of scenarios that you can think of that this thing is great for. So what's good about it? It's double-walled vacuum. It keeps it cool for hours. It has this tap that can be locked to prevent spillage. Really nice. It keeps beer fresh for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, not 1, 2 weeks. You can now bring your favorite tap beer with you to those special places. It won't break as easily as the glass growlers here. Goes anywhere. It's really rugged. Very solid construction. It looks cool, and it's a conversation starter at gatherings. I mean, I'm telling you, I know for sure. What's not so good about it? There's no sight line to tell you how much beer or beverage you have left in the uKeg. The dial that you set on here, if you set it all the way to 1 with some of the beers that you have, it's a bit strong and it gets a bit too foamy, but we'll figure that out. 4 beers and it's gone. Maybe go for the 128, I don't know. It may seem a little expensive for the 4 beers that you're gonna get in here. You're also gonna be having to pay for that CO2 cartridge each time too. Also, if you have 2 of these like me, I have 2 of these, I got 2, it's awesome. It's a bit difficult to identify what beer is in what uKeg. But there are some workarounds for this. We'll talk about that later. My final thoughts. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you, I never heard of GrowlerWerks until the day that I got these bad boys, these uKegs, on my birthday. When I opened the box and I checked inside, I thought of all these possibilities and the uses that these cool little kegs, as I call them, could do. If you think of beer as just something that you drink and, you know, you watch the game with, and it's just something to wash down all those chips and salsa and stuff like that, then these guys can be a little bit expensive for just the 4 16-ounce beers that you can get out of this. But if you enjoyed enough going to your local brewery or even brewing your own, these are gonna probably have a little more value to you. All in all, this device has a great quality. I feel that it will last years if you take care of it. The construction is very solid and the handle is rock solid too. The function is quite simple, it's straightforward and it's easy to use. Even I figured it out eventually. But you run into the concern that should you shell out $100 to hold 4 beers? And I say if you like your beer and you like beer on tap, then this is totally worth it. And again, it will last you years if you take care of it. Lastly, the uKeg Go is portable and it's a conversation starter at many gatherings. I know this, I said it before. It happened with me. I have people take a look at these. Hey, what's inside? Did you brew it yourself? And you know, what is that thing? And it just gets the conversation going in a lot of cases. Also with its construction, it's easy to get it in and out on the road for those camping trips, those hikes, anywhere where you want to, you know, have a special treat at some special gathering with friends and family. I love this thing and I use it as often as I can. I also find it helpful in those times that where I want a beer from a tap from one of my favorite breweries and I want it portable and I want to take it to places just so I can pass it around with friends and family. I strongly recommend that if you like beer, again, from the tap, and you want some for later, this is a product for you. You can have your favorite brewery, fill it up, get it carbonated up with its patented system, put it in the fridge, cool it down, and then take it to a place where it'll be easily enjoyed together with friends and family. All right, so thank you for sticking around, and as I said, here's a little bonus. Here's some tips for the uKeg that I discovered while learning how to use this thing. First, the dial does not need to be exactly on the 1 or exactly on the 2. It can be somewhere in the middle. And in my case, with some of my beers, I found that it was better between off and 1 in the middle. When you finish the beer in the uKeg, don't waste the gas. Turn it off. Save it for a moment. What I mean by save it for later, when you end up washing this thing out and putting some good soapy warm water in here, you reinstall the top, open that CO2 again, and then open the tap. Let it push all the water through here to wash through your straw in there and through your system. Sometimes you buy beer and you forget the name of the beer. In my case, more so, I have 2 of these. And when I fill both of them up, sometimes I forget which one had what in it, right? I'm like, I don't know. I ended up learning that my local brewery has what's called liquid chalk marker. And I'll end up writing on the back here, like a V as an example for a Vienna Red that I have. And then on another one, I'll put K for Kolsch, right? If I have 2 different beers. And then further, if you get even more, maybe you want to do also something to kind of dress it up. You buy those little hanging chalkboards, and then you can just write the actual name that's hanging right in front of it. Sounds kind of cool. Now, to get the most of the uKeg, when it starts to sputter and it's starting to run out, tip it just a little bit forward, and I'm telling you, you'll get almost all of the beer out of this thing. It'll start to sputter, tip it a little bit forward, it'll start to not sputter for a moment, not a minute, and you'll get more beer out of it. I hope those tips were useful for you. I hope you liked the video. If you do, if you don't mind doing me a favor, go ahead and get down at the comments. Let me know what you thought of the video. While you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe, ring that bell so that you get notified for any other videos that I do make. Hit that like button, please, if you don't mind, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, you know, and you disliked it, that's fine, but do me a favor. Let me know what you think. Tell me why you disliked it if you thought you didn't like the video very much. Well, with that, I do appreciate you sticking around and watching the video. And of all that, thank you very much and peace.